What's going on, guys? So today we're talking about my latest coin hunt here, which was actually pretty amazing. So I want to tell you the story real quick. Definitely something I wanted to share. I don't feel like I want to do like, every single week show a video on coin hunts and stuff. Maybe I'll kind of consolidate. If I do 5 or 6 different coin hunts, maybe I'll just show you what I found. You know what I mean? Because, quite honestly, it gets boring after a while. It's the same old thing. It's repetitive. I happen to love it. Some people out there love it, but generally speaking, I like to focus a little bit on knives and other things and gear and things like that. So I'm not going to inundate the channel with a ton of, coin videos, although I do find it interesting. But this I had to share because this was amazing. This is definitely, it was certainly a surprise, I'll tell you that. But it's definitely rare. This is something that probably won't ever happen again. It'd be very cool if it did, but I have to say it does kind of give me hope. So on the left here is regular old Kennedy half dollars, right, run of the mill. And on the right here are 40% silver Kennedy half dollars, 1965 to 1970. In fact, these are all 65 to 69. There are no 70s in this group. So what happened was I went to another little bank that I haven't been to before in the middle of nowhere. And I walked in with, big old smile, all anticipating that they're going to have some half dollars. And I asked them, the teller, do you have any half dollars? They said, oh yeah, we do. What are you looking to get? And I said, well, how many do you have? That's always what happens. And it's always like a shock to the people because I'm like, I'll take them all. So like she actually said to me, well, we have $120 worth, like making it sound like that's a lot. And I'm like, sold, give them, I want them. And she's like, okay. She was a very nice woman, by the way. No problem at all. Sometimes, and I mention this in messages because people are asking about this a lot lately, especially since the pandemic started. I think a lot of people started doing things like this again. People used to coin hunt, maybe stop for a while for whatever reason, and everyone just stuck home. And obviously there's a coin shortage still. Apparently, a lot of people are still suggesting that. For the most part, I think some of the bankers that I've talked to. That happened to mention. There's one particular bank I'm not going to call out here, but there was an old woman there, and she really did not want to change the coins in the machine because once those coin machines fill up, they have to drag those big heavy bags full of thousands of coins out, and she was not happy doing that. So she actually tried to dissuade me from bringing the coins back there. But anyway, that's besides the point. I would love to just offer, hey, I'll carry it over for you, but obviously I can't. They have all kinds of security stuff. She asked me to step back. I had to step back like 10 feet, like I was gonna hit her over the top of the head with a baseball bat or something and steal the quarters. I mean, it's stupid. But anyway, so getting back to the story, I'm at this bank. I asked, do you have half dollars? Yeah, we have $100, $120 worth. I said, I'll take them all. So she was happy to kind of get rid of them. She's, because I guess they just sat there for a while. So what happened was, if you haven't done this before, you go to the bank, they get, change rolls. They have these like plastic containers that have the rolls, right? So they bring the plastic container out, she's doing a little paperwork, punching the computer, what she's giving me or whatever. And I noticed on the paper roll, 2 of them right off the bat, it said silver. Someone wrote the word silver with a pencil on the roll itself. So just like the previous time where I was getting the rolls and someone had the dates on the rolls, I'm like, oh, great, it's already been through, it's been worked through. Clearly it's not going to have any silver in it. That's silly that it said silver. I was laughing in my head. I'm like, great. So I brought them home, and the first thing I did was I opened the one that said silver on it. So I peeked it out. I'll post pictures on Instagram. As I was doing this, I took pictures because I was shocked. So I opened one that says silver, and I think the end coin that was there that I saw was a 1967. And I went, like, really? There's no way. There's no way this whole roll is silver. Like someone sorted this out, saved the silver separately, and then just gave it to the bank. So I, dumped the roll in my hand, and sure enough, I took another picture. I was shocked. It was all silver. You could tell by, the ridges. So I'm like, it really was a home run. It's a total score. You'd be lucky if every $1,000 worth of Kennedy halves you find one silver. Whether it's 40%, 90%, doesn't really matter. They're picked through. I talk about this all the time. There's more people now going through change than ever. And you have decades now of people going through this change trying to pull the silver out. And then obviously when it goes to the Federal Reserve or whatever, they pull it out too. I think you're far less likely to find silver if you order the cases. Like even this woman, after she gave me the all the $half they had, she was nice and she had mentioned like, oh, if you want more, you know, we can, you know, call the Fed and get you $500 cases. You know, it's 1,000 coin cases. And I'm like, you know, like thanks, but no thanks. Because I know that that's even less likely to find it. You know what I mean? It's just, it's picked through. I don't know if they have like special machines or someone goes through it, but I just know that they picked that stuff. They take the silver out. So these were obviously rolls that were handed into the bank. I don't know when they were handed in. I don't know if it was handed in that morning. I don't know if they've been sitting there for 10 years. I have no clue when they were given to them, but they were literally sitting in their vault, and the ones that were actually silver were marked silver. There's a total of, I think, 76 40% silver halves, and there are two 90%, all right, two 1964s in there. And this, it just shocked me. And you could tell, just like them in the bags here, you could see that these tend to look shinier. It's silver. It's 40% pure silver, and these are not. So that was a tremendous find for me. I mean, it was just, it was wonderful. It was shocking. I was smiling ear to ear like the Cheshire Cat, like from Alice in Wonderland. And it was a beautiful moment. It really was. It was very, very cool because this stuff doesn't happen. This is what you hope happens. You hope you go to the bank and every single one they hand you is silver. But it's just so rare, and it was so exciting. But it really did give me hope because, as I mentioned in a previous video, I did this years ago. In fact, it's probably still on my channel. My first like coin hunt when I first started doing this, and I got lucky and I got a couple rolls that some lady brought in, who knows from where. And it gave me a lot of hope that I was going to find silver all the time. And then, obviously as you go on and on, you just don't. It's rare to find silver in change, People do it, it's possible, but it's not common, and if you get into this, especially depending on where your area is, if you're, maybe in a bigger city, I don't know if your chances are better or worse because there's more people. I guess it's really a 50-50 in any way you look at it. If you live in a big city, yeah, there's a lot more people, there's a lot more change going through, but there's also a lot more people pulling it out. If you go out into the sticks in the middle of nowhere like I did, there's a bunch of farmers out there, there's just not a lot of change moving. However, maybe it's less likely that those people care about silver change, so they're not looking for it. It makes sense to literally, you can if you really want to get into this, you could look at demographics and ages. Like, go to an area where the townships are predominantly old people. That's a thing. You could find these statistics places. You go to a town where, 80% of the town is like 60 or older. And maybe you have a better chance of those people's family, once they pass away, they take their change jugs or whatever, and they bring them to the bank. They don't know, they don't care. I have to assume, I think it's very safe to assume that these rolls, because clearly it was separated. These rolls were separated from these rolls, and these were marked silver. They literally wrote on there silver. So whoever put those in the rolls knew they were silver. And they were brought to the bank. Now, I don't know if someone passed away and then they just found these coins and brought it to the bank to get face value. Like, oh, this is just change, we'll just bring it to the bank. They had no idea. I don't know if they were stolen. That's possible, maybe from a family member. That happens, so who knows? I have no idea how they got there, but they're here. They're here now. And I'm very excited to add them to the collection. It's over $250 or so in silver. All right, as of the filming of this video anyway, with silver price being about $22 an ounce. So that's amazing. That's pretty amazing to me. I just like building the collection. It's the fun of the hunt, and this is definitely, like I said, a home run. This is like if you go out metal detecting, and you're metal detecting, you find a penny, and then you find a nickel, and then you find a can top, then you find a nail, and you do that. And you do that for months and months and months. And then one day you're on the beach or something, or you're scanning your backyard and you find like a gold ring. It's exciting. It's extremely exciting. That's why you're out there. It almost solidifies your purpose. Sometimes when you do coin hunts, you might feel like, oh, I'm wasting my time. And a lot of people might think you're wasting your time. Doesn't matter what you find. That's a waste of time. You can make more money working at McDonald's. Yeah, you could. You definitely could. But it's not as fun. Looking through coins trying to find silver is certainly more fun than working retail or something, but you definitely will make more money consistently. You will always make money at a job, whereas you may or may not make money looking through coins. But it's a hobby, it's fun. But when stuff like this happens, it makes you think, I should go out because this could happen again. And it could. It probably won't, but it could. And it gives you even more hope. And it's really, really exciting. So I want to share with you guys, even though I did find this, I kind of want to take a break anyway, just because I am finding that I'm like pushing other things to the side to look through coins, and obviously it's not a priority for me. Finding free time is hard. You know, sometimes, you know, time is money, really. It doesn't pay off. Even this score doesn't pay off. It's just an exciting random event that, like I said, it may or may not happen in the future. But it does give me more hope. It makes me want to continue to do this, and I absolutely will continue to do this. I just don't know how often or where I'll go. Maybe I will go a little bit further and pop into these little banks in the middle of nowhere, you know? Like I said, I mean, if you use some logic, and it's not always the case, you know? Maybe you go out in the middle of nowhere and the bank has absolutely nothing, there's no silver, and then you stop in your hometown and it's a bunch of silver. You really just don't know. It really is that random. But I think when you find stuff like this wasn't coincidental. This was literally put there, and for whatever reason made it to the bank, and for whatever reason I walked in looking for it and I found it. That was it. So it's super exciting, but you know, the next batch I get will probably have nothing, and it shouldn't really be discouraging. It shouldn't be like a sad moment or, oh man, I wasted my time. No, again, it's the hunt. That's what's exciting, is the hunt. But when you actually do find something, it makes it all worthwhile. You know, you feel like your time was worth it. So anyway, I just obviously had to share this with you. Like I said, I'm not gonna have a bunch of coin videos constantly, but I'll, you know, pop them in every now and again. It's like random things that I've done on this channel. You know, once in a blue moon, I'll do a cooking video or something, story time videos. I know people want more of them. Eventually I'll do more of them, things like that. Anyway, definitely worth sharing. I'd love to hear your comments down below if you guys ever had, like, you know, a big score doing some coin hunting, or anything else. You know, metal detecting is a great hobby. I've done that as well. I don't know if I made videos on it before, but I want to do more of it this summer. I think it'd be really fun. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and if you are coin hunting, here's more hope. It's out there. It's definitely out there, but it's rare. It is rare, so don't get discouraged if you go through roll after roll after roll, box after box after box, and it's just nothing. You know, it's supposed to be fun. That's the whole thing. And even when you don't catch something, it's supposed to be fun. It's kind of like, I remember when I used to go golfing with my dad, you know, and we were okay golfers, obviously not going to be on any kind of tours or anything, but you go out and you have a bad day golfing, and they say it, or fishing. Fishing is another great example too. But, you know, we go out golfing and we'd suck or whatever, but we had a great time. You know why? Because we're laughing and we're spending time together, you know. That's what it's all about. It's the process. It's not really the end game. In the you know, sense of sports, yeah, you want to have a great score. It makes your day more exciting when you do good when you're golfing. And then, you know, vice versa. What's the age-old saying? You know, any day of fishing is a good day. It doesn't matter if you catch a fish or not. The point is you're out there enjoying nature, you know, breathing fresh air, and just, you know, just enjoying it. That's the whole point, even though you don't actually catch a fish, which is why you're there. So sometimes you got to step back and see the bigger picture there. So relating that to coin hunting, you know, maybe you don't find any silver, but maybe you're stressed out. Maybe work's stressing you out, family's stressing you out, health problems, whatever. When you're looking through these coins, you're not thinking about that. It's a distraction. You know, that's why a lot of us like hobbies. Hobbies are cool distractions. They give us stuff to look forward to. But while we're thinking about those things, we're not thinking bad stuff. We're not, you know, thinking about all our problems, you know. So it's anti-stress, which is nice. So anyway, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.